All right, in this video we're going to talk about printing multiple lines in Python. So last time in our video we talked about that. We'll just go ahead and type this out here a second. We did computer, and then let's say we wanted to do another line like this. Right, so when we print this and we run this code, it's going to go ahead and show up over here, computer and science on two separate lines. We could do this differently. So we could take this line out, and we got to make sure that we keep this in the quotes here. But you can do, so we're going to do a space, okay? And then we're going to do a new line that looks like this. Now, so this code right here tells the program, tells the language that this is a break. It says, okay, we're going to do something with this. We're not going to actually print this N. We're going to use this as a new line. So it's going to basically hit enter. And then everything inside this is very literal. So you want to make sure that you don't have a space after this. Or you could have the space. You could delete this part and have the space after this. But you want to make sure that my next word, like this, computer science, is going to look like this. So it's going to do computer, and then a space, and then it's going to do new line right here, and then it's going to print science. So if we run this, it's going to look like this. And actually, I don't even need the space with this, because it's not going to show up over here. You're really not going to notice it. So you're going to have computer, and then backward slash right here. This is like a break, and then whatever you put after that is going to be a new line. So this is going to print it on a new line. If I wanted to, there's also another one that we'll use quite often, and that's tab. So I can do another slash like this and do T, and what it's going to do when I print this off is it's going to tab over here. So if I run it over, it's going to tab it over like this. Okay, and I could do that more than one time. Run another one. Oops, I gotta put my cursor back over there. Like this. And see how it moved it over again. And you could do that with the new line as well if you wanted to move it down more than one line. Okay, so that's kind of how you use these. You just have to be really careful with spacing. If on your next line you were going to have some space that you wanted here, you'd want to make sure you put a space in there. And then if I did that, you'll notice there's going to be a space in front of this S. So when I run this code, it's slightly moved over one right here, so it's moved over a space. So you just want to be very careful with that, that if you do want space in there, that you include that in this. So we could say computer science, we'll do another one, is another line, awesome. Okay, and then if I run this, computer science is awesome. And then we could, add some tabs in here too, right? So we could do a slash T, and then maybe this one. We're going to do slash T like this. So we're going to do two of them, and then let's do three. So it's going to look like this. So it should be computer, and then science is tabbed over, is, and this is tabbed over twice, and then awesome is tabbed over 3 times. If we did this correctly, it looks like this. Okay. All right, maybe I want to move this one out. It doesn't look like it's really that effective. Let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, it's going to line it up under the is. So maybe I do want to keep that. But either way, this is how you use, where you can use these different keys to do new line, do a tab, things like that. And you don't have to then do multiple lines of print. It will allow you to just go ahead and do a new line. And we could do the same thing with N here too. If I wanted to space down an extra line, we'll just kind of do that real quick. Okay, so it's going to add 2 lines there. This one's going to add 2 lines, and then this one as well. Okay, so if we run that, you can see it kind of spaces it out there. Okay, hopefully that helps and explains how to do multiple lines of print without actually having to use the print command. You just make sure a couple things. One, to keep it inside the quotations. Okay, so inside these quotes right here. If you don't, and you put the N outside here, notice how it makes it a different color. That's really not going to help you, and actually you'll get an error because it'll say this is bad syntax. Okay, so that's how you do that. Hopefully that helps, and good luck on your coding.